Previously on T-Man 978. Yes, he's coming with me. I was thinking about him before I got here. T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm taking a look at Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Cybertron universe Starscream. Or what was it called? Galaxy Force Starscream? But anywho, I'm coming at you 2009 PR style because I didn't film this at home because I like playing video games instead. And I need to get this up for the YouTube algorithm that now hates me since TikTok has come out. None of that is important unless you watch me as I upload. Anytime after I put this up, it doesn't even matter when I put it up. And I'm telling that one guy who said I'm very late to the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. So what? Screw you. Anywho, here's how he comes out of the package. He is just in time for the 20th anniversary of Cybertron at the end of this year and the 40th anniversary of the original release of Transformers. And not only is he like celebrating the original release, but he's super duper G1 Starscream style since you have to put his parts on individually. That's the back. The way this flips out right here, even though it's painted front and back, I guess you could technically do it whatever you want, but it's meant to have this peg right here. And let's see if it actually says L. Yep, it says L1 right there. So this one is meant to go right there. And this one goes here. Now these back wings, how you know you're doing this right is in vehicle mode. They combine like this. So you take this 5mm plug and put that in there. So I'm guessing they did this for two reasons. One, so it can fit inside of the box in robot mode. And two, so it can look like it has a bigger parts count. But once we get that up, we can bring these down just like they were on the original toy and animation model. He also comes with this gun, which I don't remember the original toy. I have a review up for the Galaxy Force Starscream or / Cybertron Voyager class Starscream. I'll put a link to that, and I'll put a link to my other versions of that guy. I did a review for several of these, so of this particular character. So I'll put a link in the description and a link at the end of the video to the big main one that had everybody in it. And you also get this Force chip or Cyber Planet key, and it actually does have the Decepticon logo on there. The only difference between these and the original is the original, I believe, had silver deco out on the outline, and the Decepticon logo would have been painted in silver. The cool thing about this is we can put it here. It's cool that they gave it to us because it came with the original toy. They didn't have to, but you can store it there. The original toy, when you clicked it in, his bleeds would shoot out automatically. I, to this day, don't know how that worked because the mechanism was his arms rotated at least like this and like this, but somehow something clicked inside of his body and sent a signal through the shoulders to the guns, to the cannons, and made the blades come out. I think it's really cool. Now, if I had to be nitpicky about anything, I do kind of wish that this gun wasn't fully translucent. I mean, it's cool and I can live with it, but I wish it wasn't translucent. I wish it was maybe made out of this plastic right there. All right, here's some of his details up close. He does have painted, what looks like painted purple eyes, and it almost looks like he has an iris in there. That's awesome. And up close, you can see some of these details that are very reminiscent of the original toy. I like the way they fully closed in his back. They fully closed in the back of his legs, gave him heel support and whatnot. Here are the feet. He looks very cool and is a definite good update. When this guy was originally released, around that time I was thinking to myself, there's no reason to make masterpiece or remake versions of these toys because they look so show accurate. But then you get this and it's like, oh yeah, show accurate. And plus, the original toys suffered in the articulation department. Like, let's show you this one. This, I'm honestly disappointed by. But the head is on a ball joint, but it goes up that much and goes down that much. It can't tilt side to side and it rotates. I do wish that his neck was on a second, it was just on a hinge, swivel, and so his head can hinge up. I believe they make the ball joints tighter so that they can't be ripped off in packaging. I think that they should go back to making them the way they used to with the hole cut out in the back so it can actually look up and stop doing open window packaging. I'm used to open window packaging on younger kid toys. This is for adult collectors. This is a 20-year-old character. All the people who grew up with this are grown. But anywho, the original toy only could do this, and it had a 90-degree bend in the elbow. This is improved because you can put the arm like that, and when it bumps, it automatically uses the double hinge that's in the shoulder. So his arm can go out straight T-pose. Awesome. Love it. And I'm looking at that. That almost looks 3D printed. But you'll have to push that back up. But not only does he have a bicep swivel this time, but he has actual double jointed elbows that go all the way up. And then on top of that, because of transformation, he can do this. And he has swiveling wrist, even if you don't particularly need it. And because these peg on, these can rotate out of the way for when he has a weapon in his hand. And as you can also see, this peg isn't incredibly long. So you will have to worry about them falling off. But he can aim out to the side like this. Here's one thing I just knew they wouldn't have on a remake, but they have it. He has a waist swivel. The way it's designed, it bumps there. I mean, since this is totally enclosed, and I'll show it when I'm going to the transformation, I feel like they could have put, the same way I said a hinge swivel on the neck, they could have done a hinge swivel on the waist and given him an ab crunch. That would have taken it to the next level. And this is still one of the best toys of this year, in my opinion, as far as Transformers retail. But his legs can kick up. I'm going to push that. I'm going to leave that down there until I'm done. But his legs can kick up more than 90 degrees because of the transformation. He can kick up more than 90 degrees. If these actually rotated forward, like the Supreme Class version and the Make Toys version, he could kick up even higher. But, I mean, you could go around that and still kick up that high. He has thigh rotation. He bends more than 90 degrees. And the ankles. The ankles are amazing. Not only do you get ankle pivot, and if you bend it to about here, you got that filler, but they can kick forward and they can kick back due to the transformation. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is one of the best Starscreams ever from Hasbro. The only thing stopping it from being tops is the fact that he has all this in the ankles and he can lean forward with that toe articulation, but he can't look up unless you do this and use that hinge that opens up a crack in his neck like G1 Optimus. So I wish they would have implemented something better than that, and maybe some third-party item maker will make one that does look up. But yeah. Now, if you want to, you could put these here since they are free floating now. So now he can have guns on his forearms like Megatron, or guns right here. Now, he used to just slice with them on his shoulders, but actually being able to slice. Oh, I forgot one important part. He has butterfly joints. Intentional butterfly joints. You do not need that for the transformation at all. And that is a step above as well, beyond the ankles. But yeah, this is still an awesome figure. Ignore me complaining about the things that I was complaining about, because I still love the damn thing. I just wish it could look up. If it could look up, I could go against needing or wanting the ab crunch that I was saying they could have put on here. But if it could just look up, that would be great. That is like the one thing. If some company comes up with something that can make him look up, that would be great. Or maybe I'll have to just slice that right there and see if it'll let him look up. But anywho, we got this. And oh yeah, if you want to, you could put these down. On his back, he has these two grooves. They want you to use this peg right here in front of my fingertip. And peg that on his back. But duh, he has this. You could just have it hanging down like that. It can't go the other way, even if you take off the force chip. But there you go with that. But here is Voyager class Velocitron Override. I was expecting her to be a little bit shorter next to him, but this is definitely a good height compared to what was on the TV show. They're both Voyagers. This is way more substantial than her. I will admit the plastic is heavy on here, but she is still lighter than him when I weighed them. But there you are. Neither one of these have a faction logo, by the way. The only faction logo he has is the Decepticon logo on that chip. She doesn't have anything. And the chip does not fit inside of here, because this is designed to fit a full-size Cyberplanet key. This is a micro-sized version. I mean, you could kind of put it there, but it just falls right out because it can't clip in. All right, transformation. This guy is so easy to transform, I didn't look at the instructions, so pardon me for order of operations. It's going to be completely incorrect. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift this up and that up. And we can just go ahead and plug this in at this point. Open this up, and now we can rotate his head back. And they still leave that little nub there, but now his head is covered. I mean, in the original toy and the animation, the top of his head was showing, but they felt the need to just completely cover it, going above and beyond. Put these back out. Put the swords back up if you had them down. The arms, they open up Siege Starscream style. You can open that up, shut the hand in, put that in. The original toy, I believe the hands just hung off. Do this, but you could tell me when you watch my video. Rotate the arms that way. And I'm gonna leave things like that for now, but I'm gonna pop his back open, and here we have this. Like, that's a substantial chunk. If they wanted to, they could have, instead of just having the mushroom peg, they could have designed, there's enough room to put that hinge swivel situation. Oh, if I want to complain about anything too, this arm is a little bit loose right there on that rotation. Once we have his body straight up like this, we can take the arms and detach them from this right here. Bend them back into that orientation. Get things back like this. And go ahead and peg this peg that's on the side of his body, which also coincidentally is a Minicon port on his waist that I'm pretty sure won't be too usable in robot mode. You can bring this around and bring the arm like that. All right, now I guess if you want to, you can fold these out to make room for the legs. So the legs, rotate them this way and that way. Open up this panel on the back of his leg. Take this heel and rotate that forward into the little divot hole right there. Forward. Peg that in. Now we can take this little nose cone thing out his feet. And we can go ahead and rotate the feet back like that. Rotate the feet back like that. Making sure that this is still here since it can move freely now. We can bend his legs up like that, just like the original toy. And this little peg on the back of his foot can go into a little slot right here. Damn, his whole arm came off just now. Oh boy. But that's on a mushroom peg. That hasn't happened before. Anywho, when I was saying swing this out, I didn't mean for it to come off of these pegs. And I'm about to be making this look like a freaking mess, but just in case, because you might have this stuff happen to you, there you are. I meant to just move this out and not the actual arms, but since it has the butterfly joint, it moved the whole thing out. But we got that together. Now we can move this right here and make sure that that plugs in underneath of the frontal cockpit area. Put the legs together, shut this together. Now we can make sure the arms don't come out. Move this back forward and move that back forward. All right. This isn't very secure, a snug fit with these pegs in the arm, so that's a problem. Anywho, at this point, with the legs completely shut, or everything's completely squeezed, we can take these grooves in this gun right here where the 5mm peg is, flip it this way and groove it onto that spot and shut these leg fillers. And y'all don't know this, but I gave myself a ton of editing to do. Well, anywho, here he is in his Cybertronian aircraft mode or jet mode. Once you get things to where you like. But he has, just like the Siege Starscream, he has a port right there where you can put exhaust or blast effects. You could put blast effects. No, that doesn't look like a blast effects port. But you can definitely put one on a gun, and you can put some exhaust type stuff right there if you want. And there's a stand port still accessible, so that's cool. You can put blast effects here. I took his force chip off for some reason, but that's that right there. But it looks just like it looked. It reminds me of the Supreme class version. The only thing I don't like about this is, you see this deco right there? I wish that they put this heel thing on this side. I don't even know why they didn't do that, because now you have this with the little clip-on things exposed. That's like the one downside to this. If you want to, he can still deploy his blades. And let me get override transformed. Here their vehicle modes compared. Like still similar length, but this is still substantial. Even compared to the vehicle mode like it was in robot mode. But I like this. Still the same issues as far as this being able to fall off too easy if you manipulate it. I don't really like the stability of some of this. I feel like there's a lot of wiggly in the arms and just in the whole arms, period. The legs come together for the most part, but just the arms. I do like that they hid the head away. That's an awesome touch that they didn't have to do because it wasn't in the original toy, but they went the extra mile. And I like these filler pieces that weren't on the original toy, and the fact that you can enclose this gun in there, which is awesome. Yeah. I'm going to rotate these wings like that. I'm going to open this up and pull this gun off to separate the feet and do this and that. Bring that down, and rotate things this way. Now I'm going to move this foot out, push the nose cone down, move the foot out, push the nose cone under. Grab this piece, push it back. Grab this piece and push it back, and flatten the foot. Then we could take these leg covers and shove them into place. Now we can detach the arms, rotate them forward, bring this part back up, and holy moly, I'm gonna have to, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to do that heat method. This has never fallen off until I started doing this video. But put that back in there if it happens. Rotate this forward, rotate this. Yeah, holy moly. These mushroom pegs are terrible. Starting with Transformers Legacy, mushroom pegs have been a major problem for me. I'm gonna leave that wing off. So, I guess I do have to. I did mention the wings being plugged in as being a problem, and now you see that that's a problem. Holy shit! This thing is falling apart the more I play with it. Now this is a whole separate mushroom. What in the hell? Yikes! All right, open this up and get the hand out. I'm so flabbergasted by the stuff coming off that I'm not even saying these steps. Anywho, bring this down. We can open this up. Open this up, get the head out, shut this onto the peg that's on the back of there. Bring these down. And he's pretty much done, but we need to put the wing weapons back on. And one other thing, this is just my figure, QC wise, there was a piece of plastic just hanging off right there, hanging off like a piece of paper. I ripped it off and it took the paint with it, so yeah, I guess. Oof. Hopefully, I think I watched one other review for this, maybe two. Hopefully yours won't have the issues with mine as far as the mushroom pegs. That is like embarrassing. I played with this thing for a couple of days before filming this, and those arms hadn't been falling off like that. That's nuts. But anywho, link in the description for where you can get it on Amazon. I found him at GameStop if you want to find it in person. Thank you for watching. T-Man978 out of here.